day for the Tigers for sure. Didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Arkansas came out, shot the ball pretty darn well. I didn't like our rotations. I didn't like our defense or offense. Really, that first half was pretty challenging for us on both ends. But in the second half, I thought we came out and played much more like the style of basketball that we're used to. I thought we did a good job sharing the ball for the most part. Ended up having a pretty good second half. But my message to the players is, this is the SEC and it's got to be a 40-minute battle and we've got to be alert and ready to go. Certainly, I thought it hurt us without Day being able to go. We felt like there was some things that we could maybe exploit with her size inside, but it is what it is. And we've got other kids that Mama, I thought, played a tremendous game for us. I think her confidence continues to build and really let it all hang out for us tonight. And that's really encouraging to see. But this is a tough one against a very good Arkansas team. I thought they did a good job really stretching us. And then when we didn't have proper closeouts, they did a good job of attacking off the bounce. We talked a lot about this as a team, is you've got to be able to take away certain things from Arkansas because they're so good from the 3-point line. They do a tremendous job getting to the free throw line, and they're really good with their paint points. And we cannot, just let them score at will in all three areas. In the first half, I felt like they had their way with us. Second half, I thought we did a much better job.
Time for questions. Chris?
Hey, Coach, I was just kind of curious if you could walk us through the second quarter there a little bit. What did you see on defense? What was it, defensive breakdowns, or was Arkansas just playing really well?
In the second half?
In the second quarter, that is.
Second quarter. They had some of their players really stepped up. I thought Riley Langerman did a tremendous job. Our goal was to never give up any rhythm threes. I mean, we weren't giving threes up to anyone. They shoot a lot of them, and we knew it. There were certain kids that we wanted to shade a little bit more than others, but a lot of their looks from that 3-point line, I felt like were rhythm threes. And this is a team that really, I think, they get their energy by their three ball. But they're also really good at attacking, off bad closeouts. And so, they were slicing us and dicing us and making it really challenging. We didn't guard their ball screen variation. They got very well. They got downhill on us quite a bit. It did a good job keeping them off the free throw line, I thought, in that first half. That was one of the positives. We talked about really trying to limit their free throw touches. So that was probably one of the few bright spots defensively of that second quarter.
Brandon?
Coach, what was the talk like in halftime, kind of having everybody bounce back from the first half that happened? What kind of motivated everybody for second half?
Well, I had to take a deep breath because obviously I was frustrated and I didn't think our team really needed that at that point. I don't think any of them felt good about our first half. And that wasn't us. We were not the grittier team. We're the more aggressive team. We weren't the more physical team. And that hadn't been our identity. And so really just challenged them to get back to who we are. That I felt like they were playing harder than we were, and that doesn't happen very much this year to our team. And so, again, I said, we got to recalibrate. We got to reset our minds. I said, this is still a winnable game. The goal is that we've got to have it down to 10 or less by the fourth quarter. And, we were right there a couple times. We weren't down by 10, but we were with like a minute in maybe some change to going into the fourth. And then they hit a couple shots. And so I think we were down 13 or 14 going into the fourth. But, we made some strides. And then, we had some key possessions that, we just lost our shooters on and we didn't convert on the other end. We had a couple kids that didn't shoot the ball particularly well tonight. And when you're down troop and you don't have Day out there, it's like, you need to have a little bit better shooting night for sure.
Hey, Robin, with LaDeja Williams, do you have any kind of update on her and how much did that affect the game having her leave early?
Well, I'm going to give credit where credit's due, and that's Arkansas. They came out aggressive. They'd lost 3 in a row. They were pretty fired up, and they're at home and they got their crowd in front of them, and they came out and were in attack mode. So definitely give them credit. I'm not going to make any excuses. We didn't do what we needed to do to put ourselves in a situation to win. But for sure, I mean, I think not having Day out there is huge. She's playing at a high level right now. Her last couple games I thought have been, pretty elite level for us. Just playing with great pace, great rhythm. And her length inside is big on both ends of the court. So did it hurt us? For sure. But we got to be better. We've got to control what we can control. And she wasn't able to go, and we had some other opportunities and just didn't get it done.
Do you have any update on kind of, what the injury was?
I do not. I just was told she couldn't go. I know she'd been feeling under the weather anyway. Don't worry, we did all the COVID protocol and tests. And so, it's so hard this time of the year. You don't know what's a cold and what's COVID and whatnot. So, but I think it was when she came out, she was talking about her groin. And then our trainer came up and said she wouldn't be able to go. So as soon as we get down here, I'm sure I'll get a better update.
Chris?
Robin, when you mentioned Haley Troop being out too, I was just kind of curious, with her being out her second straight game, what does she bring to this team, and what were you missing from that today?
Well, we missed it in her last game too. She's a vet. She's got over 100 games under her belt. She's been in the fires, and she's somebody that I think she's got the best assist turnover ratio on our team. She stretches the court, but she plays with such great pace. She's an option off ball screens. She's got such a high basketball IQ. And honestly, even though she's not one of our more athletic kids, she's such a tremendous defender because she understands angles, because she understands personnel, and she's been in the fires. And so, I think anytime you don't have a vet on your on the court like her, you're missing a lot of experience out there. You're kind of missing that calming effect when things kind of get off kilter a little bit. We definitely miss True, but again, we've got to step up. We had some opportunities, and bottom line, as much as we missed her, as much as we missed Day, there was some opportunities out there, and I thought Arkansas just outplayed us tonight.
Okay, Brandon, and the last question from Shannon.
Coach, how do you bounce back after this for another tough road matchup on Thursday night against LSU?
Well, I said this after South Carolina. I said it after Auburn. I'm going to say it after Arkansas. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And this league this year, more than any other year, is just a flat out dogfight. Anything can happen on any given night. And it's going to be a battle. It's every game you play is going to be a battle, and you've got to, you got to take care of your body. You've got to recover. You've got to eat right. You've got to get proper rest, and keep your mind clear, and get ready to just do it again the next time out in this league, because there's no game that's going to be an easy game, and there's no game that, that's so far out of reach that you don't have a chance for it. And so this is all part of the journey. This is the process. I don't feel like any of us are feel good about what happened for the last 40 minutes, and we're gonna have to dust ourselves off and recalibrate and go back to work, watch film, and embrace it and work to get better. I mean, bottom line too is, whether you like to hear it or not, when you lose 5 days of practice, and for some kids 10 days of practice, and just the timing and all that good stuff, I mean, we found a way to get it done against Auburn. We were at home. We love our fans, and maybe a little bit different style, but it's gonna take a little bit of time to be a well-oiled machine again. And so we got to figure out how to navigate that with practice, and hopefully get healthy and get Troop back, and we'll see what happens from there. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. Mission first. And this mission wasn't about Arkansas. It wasn't about South Carolina. It's about being in the NCAA tournament in March.
Last question from Shannon.
Hey, Coach, I know you kind of talked about overall how you want to improve going into the next game against LSU. What specifically speaking on defense, what do you want to see your team improve on the defensive side of things?
Well, part of it's tactical, but part of it's just the communication piece. helping each other, getting matched up. You should always see transition defense. You should see fingers up, people pointing. You should hear voices communicating. Who's the shooter? Who's got who? Ball screen action. I'm through. I'm not through. So there's not confusion. Several times tonight, we had 2 go to 1. And if you're a great communicating team, and that takes no talent, right? That takes absolutely no talent. Those kind of things shouldn't happen. And in our ability to just get in a stance and be able to guard our yard, our one-on-one, taking pride in our one-on-one defense going downhill. Like I said, I thought we did a good job keeping them off the free throw line, winning with our chest down late. Obviously, we sent them because we're trying to foul and extend the game a little bit, but and just some sloppiness with our closeouts. They attacked our high foot. I didn't think we were nearly aggressive on our box outs the way we needed to be. And so, it's nothing outlandish. It's just getting back to the fundamentals, dominating simple. We've talked about that a lot. Dominate the simple and do your job. And so, we're going to have to watch some painful film and again, Arkansas is a really good team. All these teams are in the SEC, but I hate it when I feel like a team's grittier than us. And I thought that happened in the first half, but proud of the way the girls responded in the second half for sure. And we'll learn from it and build from it.
Thanks, everyone.